Hello everybody, Terry back again with another video. Oh boy, we have seen the tournament's biggest upset so far. In my opinion, even though that I am not surprised at all, to be quite honest. You know what I have said during these couple of weeks. I will never be surprised when somebody that isn't named Federer, Djokovic or Nadal loses. But we have to admit, we cannot lie to ourselves that this has been the biggest surprise in the tournament so far. Tsitsipas losing against Borna Coric. Borna Coric is always dangerous. I knew that Tsitsipas could lose this match, to be quite honest. Because let's face it, guys, the first two matches in slams, they face these big guys, these high seeds, Tsitsipas, Djokovic, Medvedev, team. They face nobodies. They face challenger players. They face qualifiers. They face wildcards. They face lucky losers. Yeah, you name it. But from the third round and further, things get more interesting. The first two matches in slams, they're like exhibition matches, really. The big names will not lose. They will not do it. Yeah, they do it sometimes. We have seen it, but not Federer, Djokovic, Nadal. They never lose the first or second rounds. Never. I don't remember when Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer lost the first round in the slam. I don't remember. I don't know if that has happened. Yeah, that has happened, of course, but it is very long time ago. I know that Nadal has lost one or two matches in Wimbledon first round. I think one. Very long time ago. But anyway, even players like Tsitsipas, Zverev, Team, Medvedev, they don't lose first and second rounds matches on the slams very often nowadays, especially outside Wimbledon, because we know that in Wimbledon on grass we don't have many good grass court players. The only good grass court players we really have is Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer. Really, that's why to me Wimbledon and French Open to me are very easy Grand Slam tournaments to predict, because we don't have so many good grass court players. We don't have so many good clay court players nowadays. But the US Open is more wide open. So and now we are into the third round. Some of the players has come through to the fourth round. And Tsitsipas, he was knocked out against Borna Coric. He was the better player all time long. But he just couldn't finish Borna Coric off. And Borna Coric is a very dangerous player. He has defeated Federer in the past a couple of times. Not only one time, but a couple of times, what I know. If I remember correctly. So Borna Coric Borna Coric is a kind of a Tsitsipas player when it comes to hyping up. We have hyped him up in the past. Now he's 23 years. Nowadays he's still very young, Borna Coric. But he has had some injuries. He has been so unbelievably inconsistent. He has never won anything big in his life. Of course, not a Grand Slam, not even a Masters. I think Tsitsipas has won bigger things. We know that Tsitsipas won the ATP Tour finals in London last year. So something like that Borna has not won. But Borna is very talented. And people used to call him the next Novak Djokovic because he plays kind of a similar tennis style like Novak. Takes the ball, he likes to grind from the baseline, never goes to the net, almost never. Has decent returns, but of course he's not even as close as good as Djokovic, we know that. But I want to say that Borna was a superstar of tennis, people thought in the past. But he has not become that superstar, even though that he has still time on his side. He's 23 years old. So Tsitsipas was coming into this match as the favorite. But am I surprised that Tsitsipas was knocked out? Absolutely not. I knew that this would be his first test. The first two matches was never a test for Tsitsipas. Of course not. He will not lose to nobodies like he faced the first two matches. This was his first test, and he was immediately eliminated. Eliminated immediately, Tsitsipas. So now we are here again, guys. What to say about the match? Let's talk a little about the match. Yeah, it was a close, even match. Tsitsipas won more points than Coric, but that is not any new in tennis. Tsitsipas, I think, won 177 points in total, and Borna won 173. So Borna wins 4 less points than Tsitsipas, but that doesn't matter. Tsitsipas had 6 match points in total, 3 in his own serve, I believe. 3 or 4, something like that, and 3 in a row in that 4th set when he was when he was serving for the match in that 10th game, in that 4th, 5th game. He had 40 love opportunity, but Tsitsipas, he couldn't finish Borna Coric off. He couldn't close it out. That's the big difference from being an average player. To me, Tsitsipas is an average player. At the moment, he's an average player. He is very talented, he has great qualities, but he's an average player at the moment. And I've said it before. You would follow my channel. He will not win any slams if he doesn't improve his backhand, if he doesn't improve his returns. He will not win any slams in the near future. Will he win slams before he retires? Yeah, because he's young, he's 22 years old. He will not retire tomorrow or next week or next month. But at this current moment, he will not win slams. And even mentally, he needs to give that head up. You cannot. Man, to lose matches after having match points, we know that it happens more or less to everyone. Especially a player like Federer. We all know that, unfortunately. But to do it in this way, 40 love, I think that even the match point losing player specialist himself, Roger Federer, has never had 40 love a lead and lost a tennis match. We know that Federer has had a couple of 40-15 leads, unfortunately, but never a 40 love lead and lost a match. Tsitsipas did it. He did it after having a 40 love lead. Did he choke? Of course he choked, for God's sakes. You choke when you have a 40 love lead in your own serve. You just shouldn't lose. That is my opinion, period. And if you had a clutch monster, a clutch beast, a Terminator machine in the head like Djokovic on the other side of the net and lost a 40 love lead, maybe we can just excuse Tsitsipas in a way anyway. Like Federer has lost 3 matches against Djokovic when he has had 40-15. That is not good. I'm not excusing Federer. Forget that Federer. I'm not excusing Federer at all. But we can give him some excuses and say, yeah, you just faced the greatest returner of all time. It is not easy to just win that last point against him, Novak Djokovic. But Tsitsipas, he didn't face the greatest returner of all time. He didn't face the world number 1. He didn't face a multiple Grand Slam champion. He faced a very, very dangerous Borna Coric, who is very talented, but who has not just produced what kind of potential he has in him still in his career. Like I said, we have had expectations on him. I've never been really big hyped on Coric, and you know it. I have not mentioned his name much during my videos, if not at all. But I know what kind of potential he has. He's a great ball striker from the baseline, doesn't do a lot of mistakes, has a good backhand. His backhand is better than his forehand, in my opinion. Decent serve, not superior, decent serve, decent returns. He reminds me a little of David Goffin. David Goffin, he's good in everything, but he's not superior in anything either. And Coric is kind of that way. He's good in everything, solid in everything, but he doesn't have that great super shot. And we have a lot of what does the big 3 has that nobody of the other players in the tour have? They have weapons. They are full of weapons. Federer, serve, forehand, on the net. Even though that on the net he's not as good as serve and forehand, but he's decent. He's good on the net for Roger Federer. Most times he's not any pistol Pete, but he's good. He's solid. He's on the net. Federer, Djokovic, full of weapons. His backhand, superior. His returns, greatest of all time. His forehand is great. Djokovic's forehand is really underrated. His defensive skills, he's full of weapons, Djokovic. Nadal, his forehand, in my opinion, I've done a video about this in the past, the greatest forehand of all time. Nadal. His defensive skills, the greatest of all time. On clay, not other surfaces. Other surfaces is Djokovic. His mentality in winning every single point. Have we ever seen any greater than Nadal? No. Nadal placed every single point like it is a match point. So these three giants, Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer, they are full of weapons. The other dudes, they are not full of weapons. They can hit forehand and they can hit backhand. It is not about that. All the professional tennis players who are on the top 100, they can hit forehand and they can hit backhand. I saw the match between Shapo and Fritz. Fritz, he was impressing to me. I was impressed by him. Man, he took the ball so... He hit the ball so damn hard from the both wings, forehand and backhand. He served unbelievable. He's just a bad mover and he's weak mentally. He was also serving for the match against Chapo. He was serving for the match. He had a 5-2 lead, exactly like Tsitsipas had a 5-2 lead against Borna Coric, and he was 2 points away of defeating Fritz, and he was the better player in 4 sets. In 4 sets, he was the better player. But, of course, in the 5, he took vacation. Shapo won the 5th set very easy. The same with tennis. Is not only hitting back and forehand. Tennis is being clutch up here. Djokovic is the specialist about that. I've talked about this millions of times. Djokovic, he's a beast. That's why this tournament, to me, to be quite honest, it is not even feeling excitement anymore because nobody touches Djokovic. The only player I can see have a little chance against Djokovic, it is in the final. It is in the final. It is Medvedev. I believe Medvedev can give Djokovic a run for his money. I definitely believe that. But who knows? Maybe he also will get knocked out in the 3rd, 4th, or quarterfinal. You don't have any guarantees with other players. You don't have it. Maybe team can pull up and give Djokovic a run for his money if team gets to that final. But I doubt that team will get to that final because this surface is so fast. But you never know. Team is a big match player nowadays. He's great in 5 sets. He's a physical monster team. He never gets tired. So it will be excited to see team in the final as well facing Djokovic. But when it comes, or who knows, or maybe RBA. But RBA he has never played the Grand Slam final. He has only played the Grand Slam semi-final last year in Wimbledon and lost to Djokovic in 4 sets. So RBA. All respect to RBA, but I just don't hope RBA gets to that US Open final. And I don't think he will do it, to be quite honest. I think he can get himself to a semi-final max, but not more. I hope more Medvedev gets to US Open final, so we can see a final between Djokovic and Medvedev. And if not Medvedev, why not team? Team with a great day, team with those huge ground strokes, he definitely can defeat Djokovic. He really can. We saw what happened in Australian Open. He pushed Djokovic to the limit. But it is all about mentally. It is all about doing that in the right time, in the right moment. Look how Tsitsipas lost. He was, for God's sake, the better player the entire match. But when Tsitsipas didn't close out that 4th set, and when the match went to tiebreak in the 5th, I knew. This match reminds me about Wimbledon last year. Federer was better player than Djokovic, more or less the entire match, more or less. And when Federer didn't close out that match in that 5th set, and when the match went to tiebreak, I knew. I said to everyone who was watching the match together with me, this is over. The same thing with Tsitsipas. When a player survives, when he has the knife under his throat, like Coric did, like Djokovic did, and when they take the match to a tiebreak, they know that they have got a second chance. They know that they have got a second chance to win the match, and they will not let that opportunity away from them. They will not do it. And Coric didn't do it in this match against Tsitsipas. Djokovic didn't do it in the Wimbledon final last year against Federer. So tennis is not only ground strokes, tennis is so much mentally. And that's why Djokovic is the greatest player in the world at the moment. Not only that he can hit balls with his forehand and with his backhand, but also that he is so damn strong mentally. Look what he did to Struff. I don't want to see a match with Djokovic and Struff anymore. I've had it with these match-ups. I've had it. We had one in Australian Open. There, Djokovic won in 4 sets. We had one in Cincinnati. Djokovic won in straight set. And now we had the third one for this year. We had the third straight Djokovic-Struff match in 2020. Djokovic eliminated Struff in straight, fast sets. Just Struff, please do us a favor and pack your bags and get to a flight to Germany, for God's sakes, because you are a great tennis player, but you just don't have the quality or the mentally or the talent to even bother Djokovic. Just do us a favor and leave New York. All respect to you. You are a good player, but you are not a good enough player to even push Djokovic. You have shown it so many times now. You have proven to us that you have nothing to do in a court with Novak Djokovic. And who will stop Novak Djokovic? Busta? Will PCB stop Djokovic? 3-0 to Djokovic in the head-to-head? Come on, Busta. You will be in New York for 2 more days too, and then you will be in a flight home to Spain as well. No, who will make it to a semi-final now on the top section of the draw together with Djokovic? You know what? I have a feeling that Zverev will do it now. Zverev, we have given Zverev so much crap the last 25 months. I've been one of them, but I think that Zverev can take that semi-final spot now. Who will do it? Who? I don't know anyone else. He looks to figure out that second serve. He's not double faulting like he used to for, say, in Cincinnati or before Cincinnati or last year. He's not double faulting 15 double faults anymore. Does he impress? Will he win the tournament, Zverev? Of course he will not win the tournament, for God's sake. But will he take himself to that semi-final? Man, I believe so. I believe he will be the one who will take that semi-final spot. Before the tournament started, I thought that Tsitsipas will be that one who will face Djokovic in the semi-final, but not now. Tsitsipas has crashed out after having 6 match points and not taking none of them. 3 or 4 in his own serve. 40 love lead in the 4th set. So Zverev has had a good draw. He won against Manorin in 4 sets. Yeah, now, of course, things will get tight up. Zverev will play the 4th round now. So, but I believe Zverev can absolutely win 2 more matches. His 4th round match and his quarterfinal. Why not? He has not having any difficult draw, to be quite honest. He has not having any big names on his section of the draw. So I expect Zverev to go to that semi-final now. I really do. So I think Djokovic will face Zverev in the semi-final. Of course, he will defeat Zverev. And then in the bottom section of the draw, it is it is a packed up draw there. You never know who will face each other there. I thought that Milos will do it, but Milos was knocked out in the second round. So now maybe Team will play the semi-final against Medvedev. Maybe RBA can play the semi-final against Medvedev. But so RBA or Team will play against Medvedev in the semi-final, because I feel not certain. I'm never certain when players are not named Djokovic, Nadal or Federer will go to a specific round. But I feel that Medvedev, he just shouldn't lose before semi-final. He really shouldn't lose. Then in the semi-final, of course, he can lose against Team or against RBA, absolutely. But before the semi-final, Medvedev really shouldn't lose. So guys, Tsitsipas has been knocked out. Am I surprised? Absolutely not. Tsitsipas, he didn't do a disaster match. I think he cracked 59 winners and did only 42 unforced errors. And Borna Coric did 53 winners and did 50 unforced errors. So a lot more unforced errors than Tsitsipas. Tsitsipas, all in all, he was the better player. He did more services. I think Tsitsipas did 16 services. He was winning more behind his first serve, I believe. maybe Borna was winning more behind the second serve, just a little more behind the second serve. But all in all, and Tsitsipas won, like I said, 177 points, and Borna won 173. So Tsitsipas won 4 more points, but he was not clutch. He just didn't deliver when when it mattered the most, and that's why he lost. We have seen so many times before in tennis matches, and this was exactly the same case. He just was not clutch enough. He was just not good enough. He was not good mentally. He was not strong mentally enough, and that's why he lost against Borna Coric. I am not surprised at all. I knew that this was Tsitsipas' first test, and he was knocked out immediately. All respect to Tsitsipas, he's not ready to win Grand Slams. He's not even close to winning Grand Slam. He lost early in Australian Open this year against Milos Raonic. He's losing early against Borna Coric in the US Open this year. And is he close to winning Grand Slams? Stefanos Tsitsipas. He has only one semi-final spot in his career in Grand Slams, and that was against Rafa Nadal, where he was crushed in straight sets last year. Australian Open. So yeah, he's young, he's 22 years old, but you know what I've said, Djokovic, Nadal and Federer, they were multiple Grand Slam, they were winning multiple Grand Slam titles when they were 22, 23, 21 years old. So don't forget that, guys. So Tsitsipas is not even close to winning Grand Slams, and he will not win Grand Slams if he doesn't improve specific things in his game, like returns, like backhand, and like being stronger mentally. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and bye bye.